Hey guys, welcome to MadCap Report. It's March
The
9th?
Yes.
2017, Thursday.
That's right.
I'm Fury, and of course with me as always is Malcolm Wright.
Well, not always, but most of the time.
We're glad to have Malcolm back after his family issues, and well, like I said, I'm glad you're back. I'll give you a quick rundown on some things that happened on TV. Supernatural is on tonight.
Fun.
Riverdale.
I totally watched that show.
Yeah.
Totally.
Riverdale. I'm catching up. I'm not caught up yet, but I am catching up. I'm not going to comment on anything until I'm caught up, though.
Yeah.
Riverdale, which I am not watching in any way, shape, or form, of course.
I kind of want to watch it, to be honest.
I'm tempted to, and then I think, well, am I betraying the original Archies?
I've heard it's like an interesting train wreck show.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Teen Wolf reboot.
Oh, God. Speaking about TV, though, we have a release date for Game of Thrones now.
Awesome.
First trailer's out. I will be sharing it later today. But we have a release date. July 16th.
Oh,
It comes out.
cool. A bit surprising, but I'll take
Yeah,
it.
it's coming out this summer.
Don't see too many shows like start airing in
In the middle,
July.
kind of in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
But remember, we're getting shorter seasons these last two
Yeah.
months.
So I don't mind it so much. It's just surprising.
Like I said, first trailer's been up. I watched it. It looks really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I will post that as soon as I can. I also want to talk it's been a bit of a slow news day. But there's something I want to talk about. A couple of things I want to talk about. One of which is Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. Have you watched any of Super yet?
I watched a little bit.
Okay, the first 10 episodes are a rehash, basically, of
Battle of the Gods.
Battle of the Gods, and then there's a rehash of Resurrection F.
Yeah.
Only it's expanded and more stories told. You
Yeah.
see more character development and things. Those are actually really good. Those first few episodes.
Oh, definitely.
And of course, there's the Universal tournaments and everything. And Dragon Ball Super has been really cool. And it looks like we're seeing a darker side of Goku in this, but right now. Because this guy says, I'll save everyone. I won't let anyone die if you don't fight me. And Goku's kind of like, I still want to fight you.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
Goku, he's a true Saiyan at heart. He's always looking for the next big fight.
That's been the big hidden character flaw of Goku throughout the whole Dragon Ball Z storyline, I would say. Where if you're a big fan of Dragon Ball Z and you're watching this, you're probably calling to memory right now all the instances where Goku put a fight over like the safety of the world and his friends and family.
God, there's been so many. Ooh. But
My personal favorite is like, the world is faced with destruction, so I'm gonna have my teenage son fight this like evil monster. But let me make sure the monster's at full health first so the fight is fair.
yeah. But, I like Dragon Ball Z. I enjoy the hell out of it. And it's Super, of course, is airing on Toonami already. And it just came out, a year ago or so in Japan?
Mm-hmm.
And they've already gone on Toonami. So we're getting it pretty quick. That tells you they know there's a market here for it, folks.
Oh yeah. I mean, if they had any doubts, I know that both Resurrection F and Battle of the Gods had pretty big turnouts for the limited showings they did here in America.
We didn't have any in our area, did we?
I think there was like one showing of Battle of the Gods and maybe one showing of Resurrection F.
Man. Also, like I said, I just want to mention that because it is so cool that this is back after 20 years.
Oh yeah. Like, Toriyama is back behind the wheel here.
Which means GTBS is going away. I shouldn't say going away, they're retooling it, I should say.
I would say it's kind of a similar situation to your beloved Star Wars Extended Universe, where they're saying, for now, all of this is sidelined. If we feel like bringing anything back from it, we might, but we might not.
Okay, fair enough. Also, that came out just recently is Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. I have been hearing nothing but good things about this
Same
game.
here. I haven't had the opportunity to play it yet. Josh Mason's been telling me it's awesome. Did you see Josh's trailer? I know you weren't here when we got it, but
Oh yeah, I watched it.
it's awesome, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it looks really good.
So, Josh Mason and I were actually talking about a bunch of stuff. Part of it was, of course, the Switch because he bought one, and
Yeah.
I'm going to get one eventually. But he was like, dude, Breath of the Wild's awesome. It's the best Zelda game we've had in years.
What's interesting about it, I've been hearing people saying, and mind you, these are surprisingly unbiased opinions in my opinion. But I've been hearing people who are fans of BioWare, who are fans of Bethesda, they're saying Breath of the Wild did the open world RPG better than Bethesda has, and that's what Bethesda does.
That's what BioWare does. I mean, well, let's hold judgment on BioWare and EA games until we've played Andromeda.
Like I said, I haven't played the game myself. I'm just saying that people are saying that Breath of the Wild is one of the best, if not the best, open world RPG they've ever played, and that is high praise.
It is. It certainly is, especially given the amount of gamers you and I know.
Yeah.
Also, I want to talk real quick. Like I said, it's a bit of a slow news day, but there are a couple of things I want to bring up. Royals.
We're not talking about the Lord song.
Or the British Royals. We're talking about Royals as in the new Marvel comic. These little pamphlets are out here at Jupiter and at your local comic book stores. They're giving you a quick rundown. I'm going to actually read it. King Black Bolt and Queen Medusa are joined by royal family members Gorgon and Crystal, as well as new Inhumans Flint and Swain on a journey to the stars with the other dimensional Marvel Boy to discover long-lost secrets of the Inhumans. This is a story that focuses solely on the royal family
Yes.
of the Inhumans, and I love the art style.
Yeah, the art style is pretty cool. I'm really digging
It's
the way
a
Black
very
Bolt looks.
anime manga kind of style to it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm digging the art.
So yeah, this is if you're wondering, this title is one of the new titles that's coming out soon as part of the aftermath of the Inhumans versus X-Men event.
And Resurrection.
Resurrection is part of that aftermath. I will say this, I don't want to spoil it.
And
I would have to spoil the event.
yeah, so we won't
say
talk. We won't talk about the event until we get closer to it. We've still got a little while before it comes up. Al Ewing. Thank you. What's wrong with me today? Al Ewing and John Boy Myers. His name is John Boy.
Yeah.
All right,
It's a pretty
enough.
cool name.
Interesting name.
Wish I had a name as cool as John Boy.
Are the leaders behind that series, and it's coming out.
April.
Yes, April. It doesn't. There's no release date. April 2017. There it is. Of course, you know I'm a Wolverine fan. I love all.
I'm a Wolverine fan.
Yeah, I love all new Wolverine.
Me too.
She's getting a new costume, and the headline is "New Costume, New Direction, New Mission." Tom Taylor and Leonard Kirk are running this one. Two words have launched a non-stop race against a deadly transformative disease. Battle in a quarantine city and a bounty on Wolverine's head. All new story, Immune, starts here. This again is part of the Resurrection Spotlight. This is 2 of 10. These actually are numbered, by the way. 2 of 10, 1 of 10.
Yeah.
So these actually might end up being collectible.
Maybe.
I'm keeping mine.
If I may, what's interesting about the new costume and the tagline for that one is it has slight implications that tie into the new upcoming X-Force comic, which is
And Weapon X, because she's going to be part of that too.
and Weapon X, which, as you know, comic book fans know, X-Force comics tend to feature those monochrome black and gray
Now,
uniforms.
the original ones were very colorful, but we're talking about Wolverine's X-Force, not Cable's X-Force.
Yeah.
Wolverine's X-Force was the Dirty Tricks group of the X-Men.
Yeah. I was just saying, there's a tendency, there's an implication with her rocking
Absolutely.
black and gray.
And the thing that really gets me is she's got the red tinted lenses too.
Yeah.
Which, of course, that was a big thing on the Wolverine outfit and her outfit
Plus
during
the
the
belt
X-Force years. Yeah, it looks like the uncanny X-Force costume she wore. And
So that could be a hint, could not be. We're still not completely sure on all the details of the new X-Force book, so...
Yeah, because they just tied up a bunch of the storylines. I've read All New Wolverine that came out this week, and they just tied up all the major storylines right now.
That's good.
So this is a perfect time to launch in a new direction with a new storyline and everything. So I'm kind of excited about that. Definitely. You just recently you were telling me earlier you read one of the new things from DC's Young Animals.
Yes, that's right. So DC's Young Animal is a new imprint that DC Comics has started.
It feels like it's taking over Vertigo in a lot of ways.
It very much is like following in the steps of Vertigo. Interesting note, the head of house at Young Animal is Gerard Way, the ex-frontman of My Chemical Romance.
Woo, you and I are old enough to remember listening to in high school.
I remember listening to them in late middle school, I think. But I'm
older than you, though. That's what I mean.
Yes. However, let's see. What's interesting about it, he's also writing the Doom Patrol book.
Which is apparently really cool.
Yeah, the new Doom Patrol run is it's not exactly Morrison's run, but you can't. Not everyone can be Morrison. Yeah. So I've been reading. I recently picked up a title they launched with the imprint. It's a brand new character. The comic is called Mother Panic, and here's the premise. Velvet Page. She is what some would call a celebutante, famous for being from a rich family, basically.
Famous for being famous.
Yeah.
Why am I having images of Kim Kardashian?
Hey, you actually didn't date yourself once. The more old school blueprint of that is Paris Hilton.
I almost said that. Shut up. Paris Hilton and Tara Reid.
Yeah. So, what's interesting about it is she has gone through some things in her life, as comic book characters tend to do.
They always do, yes.
So she has taken it upon herself to get revenge, I should say, against the people who have wronged her, including the person who may have partially led to the death of her father, and people who may have put her in very dangerous situations during her childhood years. And it is an interesting story because she is operating in Gotham.
What?
Yes.
Wait. Are we bringing Vertigo Universe mainstream?
See, that's the thing. Young Animal is slightly different from Vertigo. Vertigo had the tendency
To be an Elseworlds, basically.
Yeah, it skirted the line between being DC Universe and not. Like, there are hints of the actual DC
Watchmen.
Universe. Like, there are hints of the actual DC Universe in Sandman.
Mm-hmm.
Young Animal does a very similar thing. With Mother Panic, though, it's very direct. She is stationed in Gotham. It's very much meant to be current Gotham from the comics.
Which means we might see the Bat.
We actually have seen the glimpse of Batman.
Really?
Because if you you go through Gotham rocking a white costume, but you have a helmet with pointy ears, the bats are going to notice you.
Yeah, Bruce is gonna go, what is this shit?
What's more interesting about it is that Mother Panic is having more actual run-ins with Batwoman.
It's Kate.
Yeah.
But Bruce is a little busy right now.
Yeah.
Bruce is a bit busy. He's got the JLA, he's got the Justice League, he's got the Trinity, he's got
Bane.
He's got a lot on his plate right now.
Yeah.
And you know what? Given the fact that Dick isn't in Gotham, Tim is still MIA, believe KIA.
Damien is in
San Francisco. Babs is globetrotting.
Yeah.
But even then, after Dick, I have to say I trust Gotham in Kate's hands more than any of the other ones.
She's pretty darn capable, I'll
Yeah,
tell you that.
absolutely. I love the character of Kate Kane.
But yeah, what's interesting about it is, it's just like, hey, we're not going to stop you because you did do the right thing in this situation. We saw
You didn't break our rules.
It was just like, what? Forget you guys. Like, why didn't you help this situation? Well, we saw that you had it handled. We'll keep an eye on you. Batwoman out. And like, Mother Panic is this character. She's darker. It's very much if like imagine Alias, but like with tech.
Nice. That wow. Okay, that sounds pretty cool, actually.
So it's a very interesting title. I very much vouch for it. And if you're interested in Young Animal, you should check out Mother Panic. If you're a fan of old school Vertigo and you want to check out Young Animal, you should definitely check out Shade, the Changing Girl. And the Doom Patrol is, as always, Doom Patrol. Gerard Way, who's actually writing it, I've mentioned that. Mm-hmm. He's actually doing an amazing job. I really enjoy the story they're telling, the way they're telling the story, and it looks really fun. So, yeah.
I have one thing to talk about. As you know, I read a lot of comics, and sometimes I get a little behind on certain ones. I just finished Occupy Avengers 3. Have you read it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see who was in the back?
Yeah.
Do you know which version that is?
I do, actually.
It's the LMD.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, Occupy Avengers follows Hawkeye trying to redeem himself after killing Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Recently, he's got a few people tagging along with him, one of which is Nighthawk.
Nighthawk, yes. He was first joined by Red Wolf.
Red Wolf, yes. Thank you.
Who he met while helping.
In issue 1.
Yeah. They met in issue 1 because they were both helping a native reservation deal with a corporation that was trying to steal their water.
Mm-hmm. It was just trying to steal the water right. And it was a very cool story. Like I said, it's only on issue 3, but we've already seen something really cool at the end of issue 3.
Yeah. Issue 3 takes Hawkeye and Red Wolf to Detroit, Michigan, where in nearby cities there have been some strange incidences.
Is it Nighthawk or Shadowhawk?
It's Nighthawk.
Nighthawk.
And
Shadowhawk's the other one, sorry.
Yeah. While in Detroit, they run across Nighthawk of the Squadron Supreme, who is not a fan of Hawkeye. I can't remember exactly why, but he does
Bruce.
not. He does not. I don't think
That's part of it.
Would the guy from Squadron Supreme really care?
It's Hulk.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, Nighthawk is very much not a fan of Hawkeye, but he is also not a fan of the situation going on. So they temporarily team up to help sort things out. Mm-hmm. And in trying to suss out this whole mystery, they come across what appears to be an alive and young Nick Fury Sr.,
Gabriel Jones, and Dum Dum Dugan. The 3 key members of the Howling Commandos.
Yes.
And S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day.
So, very surprising reveal.
Bring me the rocket launcher, Gabe.
Yeah.
I was like, Gabe, we see the hat. The second you see the hat on the guy in shadow, you know it's Dum Dum because of that damn bowler he wears all the time.
Yeah.
But we know that there's a version of Nick Fury out there who's an LMD, who's young and fit.
Yeah.
He's one of the advanced bio-LMDs. And he's out there in space. Maybe he's come back to Earth.
Maybe. It would not be surprising
No,
to me
it
because during Civil War II, there was also another LMD of his causing some trouble in S.H.I.E.L.D. in the Choosing Sides miniseries, which you probably didn't read because you didn't feel like reading Civil War II.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, or maybe the old man's pulling strings from the moon.
Who knows? It's possible.
Because he's gotten in contact with at least one Avenger.
Yep.
He's spoken to two, but one of them knows who he is. And Bucky... Here's the thing. Bucky and Black Widow know he's on the moon and know he's the Unseen now.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. There's a lot going on in comics right now, and some of it's really pretty cool. I have one last thing I want to talk about.
Let's go for it.
This. Mid-South Con 35 is March 24th through 26th here in Memphis. It's going to be at the Memphis Hilton. I'm going to be there at least Saturday, probably Sunday too. And it looks like it's going to be pretty fun because it usually is.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle Herbert's from Dragon Ball Z will be there.
Ooh.
So we've got a few people here on the list, you know.
And Mid-South Con is one of the, well, as we mentioned, 35. It's one of the longest running local cons in Memphis.
It is the longest running local con.
It is definitively the longest running local con in Memphis. It's a very fun event with a very nice community. They do a lot of cool things. I did not get to go last year because of situational things, but I do know a good time is usually to be had.
And also, Mid-South Con does a lot to raise money for charities, too.
Yes.
So there's that, too. That's one of the reasons it's worth going to. It is a charity con. That's one of the things it does, is it just raises money for charity. So definitely something that's really kind of cool to go to for the convention experience, and also because it's going to help out charities.
Yeah.
Like I said, I will be there, and I'm definitely going to hang around for the Saturday and Sunday, so I will be there, and it's coming up in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Hard to believe it's that close.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, there's a con happening this weekend that I wish we could go to.
Yeah.
Lexington Toy Con.
Oh, yeah.
In Kentucky. Ryan, Angel of Azarath, is going to be there.
Ah, cool. Yeah, the cons start coming and they don't stop coming.
No, they don't. So those are things that are happening. Look, with any luck, we'll be at Lexington next year.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm hoping next year we can go to Dragon Con.
Oh, that would be great. Although I will not be doing that much reporting from Dragon Con because apparently it's a huge party.
Yeah. Any party? What are you talking about? But we will do updates from there. But when we do go, it'll either be next year or the year after.
I'm just imagining it. It's like
Imagine if we dragged Josh and Zach and Chase
all
and
the
Joey
guys.
and all the guys down there. We'd probably get kicked out.
We might. We definitely wouldn't get any footage that would be worth it.
Well, it would be worth something, blackmail material maybe, but that's about it.
Like, this is Malcolm Fury reporting from Dragon Con. It's lit! Yeah!
Bring me another shot! But, as always, good to have you back, Malcolm.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
And we'll see you around, guys. That's it for today's episode, and I'll see you on the flip side.
Yep. I'll always have your 6.
I like that.